Emperor, forgive me. Space Marine tier list. Right here. You know we gotta start off with the Ultramarines. Their Primarch is the one who made up all the rules that all of the other Space Marine chapters are supposed to follow. So Ultramarines, look, I always mix them. I just call them Space Marines because they're so generically Space Marine, you know? All the other chapters, they have something more interesting. So I think you might be able to tell where I'm about to rank them. Because they do their duty, even though they're the ones who define what that duty is, they do that duty good. So that duty is gonna be in the B tier, the captain tier. Alright, it's not main character energy enough for me. Next one, Space Wolves. Alright, these dudes are gonna be the frat bros of the Space Marines. I mean, they're the ones with the most famous stories about their Space Marines getting drunk. And that's quite a bit of beer. I mean, they're superhumans. That's, I mean, maybe if I talk about it more, it's gonna get me demonetized, but they know how to party, so you know what? They fight hard, they play hard, but they are coming from a very cold place. I'm gonna mark you as C only because I do not drink that much and I don't like the cold. Okay, check this out. The Dark Angels, secretive as hell. They're the first legion. They got more skeletons in the closet, and then they'll turn around and look at you with their little hood up and say, "We're fine, brother." What do you mean, brother? What's wrong, brother? Meanwhile, they got cousin Larry locked up in the basement on their big cathedral ship, whatever that is. I don't know too much. Okay, I don't like the Dark Angels. Too secretive. Too secretive. So they're gonna go into D, but they so secretive, they got some ways with the G-Emps that somehow they're gonna make it to C without me even knowing. Okay, so that's what that just happened, okay? In my mind, they rank D, but they got some secret weapons that not even the writers, not even us, you know, no. Only really Lionel Johnson. God damn, what a stupid name. Okay, but either way, they climb out without me knowing into rank C, because that's how Dark Angels operate. Finally, can we get to a Space Marine chapter that actually has some goodness in their hearts? You know what it is, the Salamanders. Alright, these dudes, they love fire and they love the Imperium. Now okay, so space wolves, I don't like the cold. Salamanders, I don't like the extreme hot, and they come from a place of extreme hotness. All right, their forges are known across the Imperium for being some of the best, and they don't even work too closely with the Adeptus Mechanicus any more than any other Space Marine chapter might. God damn it, now I have to fact check. Yeah, see, yes, they don't actually work. They can work as closely as any other Space Marine chapter, but they can also make some of their own things, making some of their equipment and gear very unique. And plus, their kindness to other people. Not all Space Marine chapters are gonna be prioritizing lives. It may be about the mission, one life for many lives. Whereas a Salamander will try and do their best to take all of those lives and save them all. I mean, that is definitely an option. So for that, their kindness, their generosity, but damn, is it a bit hot. I gotta put them into the A tier. They would be S, but it's too damn hot. Okay. Now, Raven Guard. Look. We get that the Space Marines can be sneaky, okay? Raven Guard are known for being sneaky, but any Space Marine chapter can employ stealth tactics. Now, the thing I don't like about Raven Guard though is, I'm gonna be real, it feels like that cool Space Marine chapter that everyone goes for, but don't end up realizing it's the one that everyone likes because they think it's the one that's most unique. This is, I don't know, it's giving like Skyrim bow and archer stealth build when you mean to go in like as a heavy warrior or as a magic user. You know what I mean? Raven Guard gives that feeling to me. I don't know if you follow me, but this is gonna be this deal breaker for you and I. All right, they got the beaky helmets. Okay, they don't just got the beaky helmets. Everyone can get the beaky helmets, but the beaky helmets, they popularized that shit. It always comes in black. Okay, anytime you look up images of those beaky helmets, it's gonna be in black because it's probably a Raven Guard using it, and they just look so ridiculous. Like, actually makes me angry. I hope they don't put that in game. Now for that, because most of my hate is really on that goofy looking armor. It's gonna have to go into the D tier, labeled Space Marine with Phobos armor, the other armor that I think looks goofy as hell. Alright, next, Imperial Fists. My blue collar boys, they get to work. First of all, the yellow, fucking beautiful. That is a beautiful color scheme to see on the tabletop and in game. Alright, Ultramarines, that blue is kind of hard to paint, and look, how much blue do you need? When it comes to the Imperial Fists, blue collar jobs, they out there, they sweating, they toiling, they putting together forts to defend against Tyranids. Alright, fair enough, Raven Guard, you can sneak around, but I don't know what a small stealth force is gonna do to help some Cadians, you know, being overrun by Tyranids, like some Imperial Fist fortifications that will help everyone, you know, get some better shooting angles and, I don't know, kill those Tyranids a little bit better, kill box, Rimworld style. Imperial Fists are Rimworld players, and so, for that, they gotta go into the Primarch. The Primarch, our first chapter into the Primarch stage. Is it only gonna be the one? We'll see, we'll see. But look, that is the Primarch. I'm gonna be real. Rabute. Imperial Fist Primarch should have come. Rest in peace, Rogel. Well, not rest in peace, but I mean, why wasn't it Rogel? Why doesn't Torn come back? White Scars. I mean, if you know, you know. Blood Angels. My boys. Looking beautiful. At least I think they're supposed to look beautiful because their Primarch looks beautiful, and that's kind of how the gene seed works, or at least that's how I've always pictured it. You know, they got some flowing long blonde hair and stuff like that, so they be looking good, but they also got the fangs, and I think that's kind of a cringe aesthetic. But the red on their armor, it's so beautiful to see on the tabletop, just like the yellow. But there is so much wrong with their chapters that they can't be on the same tier as the Imperial Fists or the Salamanders. So actually, I'm gonna put them into the B tier. All right, here we go. Last Space Marine chapter, the Iron Hands. I haven't read too much about the Iron Hands or see too much content about them, but they have some very beautiful models on the tabletop because their whole thing is their love for machinery, kind of just like the Adeptus Mechanicus. So their models will have prosthetic limbs of metal. The one Space Marine chapter I feel the need to look up their Warhammer.com page. I mean, you can see this right here. Look at all these like clocks and stuff. They're the only ones that want to tell the time and the temperature, I guess. But you can see right here, they have their metal prosthetic. It's just a robotic arm. They can absolutely grow a flesh limb replacement and graft it back on, but They're gonna willingly lose their meaty, chunky arms in exchange for this superior machinery of the God Emperor. You can even see their purity seals are a bit different. So for that, they gotta go into the A tier. Because their aesthetic, their drip is too cool. Alright, tell me in the comments how I'm wrong.